Howdy everybody. Hope y'all had a great Christmas. First thing I want to mention today is I know I am behind in the comments, about 3 videos behind. I was out of town for the holiday and took a few days off, but I do want to just say thank you for leaving them. I do appreciate y'all leaving comments on all the videos. I do read them all, and I'm going to try to get, catch up on them in the next couple of days. But first, today's pattern comes to us from Beatty in his Federation of Fly Fishers Pattern Encyclopedia. It's a streamer called the Squirrel Spruce. And many of y'all will have heard of the Spruce. It's a great classic featherwing streamer, but this one, it's just a little bit easier. I mean, it's a hair wing. Now I am making one other change from what Al had in the book. He had it tied as a bead head, and I'm going to skip the bead. I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with putting beads on your streamers, but aside from the woolly booger, I typically leave the beads off mine, and if I want them to be a little bit heavier, I'll just put some weight up front, and that's just strictly a personal preference. But other than that, I'm tying it exactly how he did it in the book, and I think it's a pretty cool, simple little streamer. So there it is in the vise, a slight variation of Al Beatty's Squirrel Spruce. Pretty nifty little hair wing with red fox tail squirrel. And I'm tying this on a size 8. This is a 2 extra heavy, 5 extra long streamer hook. Let's go ahead and pinch that barb. Okay, and I'm going to step my thread up, going with a 140 denier in black. I'll just lay a base down to the start of the bend where I'm going to catch in the tail. And the tail on this one, Peacock herl, which is kind of unique for a tailing material. Lots of times when you see a tail out of peacock, it's going to be the sword fibers, but this one is not. And I think the regular spruce is squirrel fibers, but this Squirrel Spruce, Al Beatty has it tied with regular herl. So let's catch these in with 2 or 3 wraps. Now we can probably leave these in here. I did on the one you saw in the vise at the beginning. I don't think it made a big difference. I was, doing that to maybe thicken the body up a little bit and to minimize a lump right here, but I really don't think it made a difference. So I'm just going to snip it off, save a little time, and we'll take our thread up here to where we're going to catch in the rear part of the body, which is going to just be a red floss. So let's catch this in right up here. Now the red part isn't going to go all the way this far, but we can always wrap the peacock herl over it. So just a few wraps right here. Now I'm leaving it tied in up the front so that I can wrap it down and back. That'll give me at least 2 layers of the red, and then that will minimize any of this black showing through when it gets wet. So I'll speed this up, but my goal here is just to try to keep a fairly smooth body going down and back up. So where my thread is, or the floss is right there, that's probably where the body's gonna end, the red part of this body. So anything up here gets lumpy, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and secure it off anywhere in the front third up here. And while we've got our scissors, we can go ahead and trim these to size. They might almost be to size right there, but just a little bit shorter I think is gonna look better. Now we can catch in that peacock herl that we just used for the back, the tail. I'm going to try and catch it in close to the tips. Maybe pull it back just a little bit. That should work right there. Now take a look at it. How much red do you want and how much herl do you want? Probably I'd say 2/3 red and 1/3 herl. So let's go back just a little bit more right here. Remember, we got a hair wing and we're going to do a collar hackle on this one, so we don't want to wrap this too far forward. Leave it a good bit behind the eye. But now go ahead and wrap this peacock herl up to our thread. Now let's take a medium to, small to medium sized tuft of this red fox squirrel here. Put it in your stacker. Let's see how well that's stacked. Okay, I think it's going to be fine. Now squirrel tail does stack pretty well usually, but it's also slippery. So I'm going to put just a little bit of wax on right there, That might help us get a good bind to it. It might not make too much of a difference, but I want this kind of long, maybe all the way to the back of that tail right there, a little bit past the bend of the hook. So let's go about right there. Spin this thread clockwise to cord it up a little bit. Now, squirrel tail, it's slippery, but it's not really hollow like buck tail or deer tail. So it shouldn't really flare on us too much. It's gonna lay pretty flat like that. I kind of like that. It's one of the reasons I like squirrel tail hair wings. So several tight wraps right here. Now I'm spinning around the hook a little bit. So it's gonna take me a couple of whacks to get all this excess up front off. And that's a little bit of a mess. So what can we do about that? Because that's gonna make for a pretty ugly eye. What we can do is take a couple of these wraps back. We'll put them back on a little farther back. And now maybe I can get my scissors in up here and just cut this front a little bit shorter. Now that's a step you probably don't have to take if you're just a little bit more careful than I was there, but I think we'll be okay. As long as we can get our tippet up here through the eye, we're gonna have a decent fishable fly. I'm gonna go ahead and try to just bury some of this right here before I catch in the hackle. So let's take a look at our eye. We're gonna be able to get a tippet through there. Yeah, I think we are. It's a little ugly, but it's gonna work. Now, actually, if you wanted a sleek, fast streamer, you could just finish this off right here. If I was gonna leave it like this, I'd probably gone a little bit farther forward with that peacock herl and then caught in this squirrel tail a little bit closer to the eye. But I'm doing like Beatty did, and I'm gonna put in a collar hackle, just some black hen right here. And I think what this will do for you, it'll give the fly, make it just a little bit meatier, and then give it a little bit more it'll make more of a disturbance when you strip it through the water. But sometimes you want that and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want a sleek fly that's not gonna move the water at all. It's just gonna dart right through there. And this little one right here, I don't have a big feather here, so I'm gonna grab my hackle pliers and then just try to get about, let's say, 4 wraps, maybe up here to where my thread is. And we'll preen them back a little bit when we finish off the head. Okay, that's 3.5, I think. That's gonna be close enough. Let's go ahead and catch this off. And we got this stem right here going forward. We'll get rid of that. And then just try to pull everything back and build a big old streamer head here. Okay, not the prettiest head I've ever made, but you know what? We got a fishable fly. Let's go ahead and finish this thing off and see if we have any cleanup. Okay, I could probably work on cleaning that head up a little bit more, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I'm gonna put a drop of head cement on it, call this thing done. So there you go, a version of Beatty's Squirrel Spruce. I appreciate y'all watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time.